All right. Now
that already fucking threw us off.
It did. Moving on.
All right.
To someone of power,
Okay.
having supposedly sexual control over their underlings.
Okay.
You and I have had several instances on the show here where we talked about these teachers who are having sex with their students.
Yeah.
Just seems to be running rampant.
Yeah, it does.
And 9 times out of 10, when you see the teacher,
yeah,
who supposedly had sex with a student who usually somewhere in the 16 to 18-year-old range, they're not bad-looking girls.
No. They could definitely get some adult dick.
Yeah, and somehow, some way,
yeah,
these young guys at 16, 18 years old, however old they were,
right,
they're living out a fantasy that all of us men, guys, had going to school.
Of course.
And yet they complained and the teacher got busted.
Right.
Or somebody found out and pressed charges. I'm not sure which one it is.
Right. And then they played the victim after.
Yeah. Oh, she took advantage of me.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You're lucky you got some great snatch.
Yeah, and believe me, I'm not going to say that there's none of them that grow up and have mental problems out of that, but most of them don't.
Right.
I guarantee you by the time, let's say, it happens to somebody at 17, by 25, they're telling that story around their buddies.
Of course. At the age, at least I can only speak for myself, but I can tell you at the age of 12 or 13,
yeah,
you're thinking about boning your teacher.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, at 16 or 17 or 18 years old and some hot teacher is offering it up to you, you're going, oh, I'm a victim.
No way. Dude, I would have loved to bang Miss Volk, my French teacher. I would have fucking banged that language out of her fucking tongue.
Right.
I mean, she was a little girl. She's like 5'5" or something. Had long, straight black hair, which is not usually my deal.
Yes.
But and then she'd be talking that French. I mean,
that's funny that you had a thing for your French teacher, because we had a French teacher named Miss Herrera.
Yeah.
And she too was very curvy, very dark hair, and she used to, and she knew it. She used to come over and sit on the edge of your desk.
Right. And then kind of just look at you while you were looking at her legs, trying to tip your head just enough to look up and see some fucking camel toe.
Right.
And we all did that.
Of course.
I mean, we all did that. Did you ever try and look up the fucking snatch of a fucking ugly teacher?
No.
I did. If they were sitting there and they fucking had their legs like in a skirt, I didn't care who it was. I wanted to see.
Yeah, you're a hormonal dude.
Oh no, that was like last week.
All right, Farmington, Utah.
Yeah.
A Utah judge tossed out a lawsuit Thursday claiming a school district didn't do enough to protect students from a female teacher who sexually abused 3 male students.
Well, I like hearing that they threw it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The school district didn't do enough. This chick is on the loose and she's throwing pussy out everywhere and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah. In my town, they call her a good girl.
Right. She was throwing snatch right and left, and this school district didn't do a goddamn thing about it.
You know what my question is over and over again with these stories? Where are the fucking teachers to bang these chicks? They work with this chick that's obviously not getting it at home.
Right.
And I'm not saying if she's married or whatever that these guys should be banging it out, but come on. In the real world, if there's a horny chick, there's somebody in that job fucking it.
Yeah.
If there's a chick that's not getting enough cock, there's some guy that works with her that will stuff that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Every time. You gonna tell me that you go into a high school and there's not a gym teacher that's fucking not getting all worked up fucking Porky style and then has this teacher?
Oh, woo!
You know, he comes in from teaching gym. He's a little hot and sweaty. He
Right.
sees this chick just fucking rubbing herself the right way. Why doesn't the gym teacher go and hit that?
Well, maybe because she finds, maybe she finds the excitement in enticing the taboo.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the whole taboo thing. It's just like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this because I'm the teacher and you're the student. Ha, ha, ha. Now fuck me, big boy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
could be. I'm surprised that there's these kind of whores out there and no teacher in the school is banging it.
Right. Judge John Morris said he was ruling in line with the Utah law that protects schools from liability when students are assaulted.
Assaulted?
Yeah. Lindy Hamilton, a lawyer for one of the students, said she plans to appeal the decision. Hamilton argued that the school should have known that 36-year-old Brianna Altis had lost a job due to alleged sexual misconduct before she was hired. So this
Brianna Altis.
Don't hire that teacher. She's been slinging pussy over at the other schools.
Where was she when she's pretty good looking too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
Look at the tits on her.
I know.
This girl has some great fucking tits. God, dude, I'm going to put this picture in the chat room if it'll take it.
Altis is serving at least 2 and up to 30 years in prison after pleading guilty to sexual abuse charges in a plea deal stemming from allegations that she had sex with 16 and 17-year-old students.
Yeah, look at the tits on her.
I know. I've seen her picture.
Wow. What's this about now? She did something wrong?
No, the judge is throwing out the lawsuit against the school for not doing enough from protecting her or protecting the students from her slinging her pussy out there.
Yeah, she looks good in fucking prison tights. Look at this picture. I'm liking this bitch.
That's what the lawsuit is saying, that they should have known that she was handing it out right and left to anybody who wanted a sniff.
Yeah, and they didn't do anything.
They didn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. After her sentencing, she said she was emotionally damaged and made mistakes by giving into her teenage students' advances.
Shut up. Shut up.
She gave into their advances.
I gotta wonder, is there just that much more game now, these students, than we had in school?
I don't know what the answer is because as far as I know, none of that ever happened when I was going to school. I mean, I'm sure it happened, but if it did happen, I didn't know anything about it.
Man, I had a tough time talking chicks into giving me head with fucking drugs and alcohol involvement.
Right.
And these guys got such game that they can walk up to their teacher, and say, "Hey, here's some teenage cock, suck on it."
Right.
Hey, how in the fuck?
The lawsuit seeking at least $674,000 in damages claims school administrators didn't do enough in response to signs of her sexual misconduct.
Yeah,
that included photos of her having a picnic with one of the victims that were anonymously sent in 2013 to the principal at Davis High School. So somebody's taking pictures. Look at this slut. She's out there having lunch with one of these guys.
Hars.
Prosecutors have said Altis was warned not to get too close to her students, but still went on to have sexual relationships with the teen boy.
Well, I guess that means that she didn't pay attention to that.
Right. Hamilton said her teen client was publicly shamed and emotionally scarred when his...
Who shamed him?
I don't know.
Who in the world would say anything but other than
high five?
Yeah. Who's doing that?
I don't know. That's why I brought this to the table. It's just like, who's publicly shaming this boy for banging a hot teacher?
Yeah. No, there's no student that's not. There's no, unless they're gay.
It's like, dude, you got that? Are you shitting me?
You banged Mrs. Altis? Fuck yeah, dude.
See that? I just don't get that.
I can't imagine. I'm trying to run this scenario any which way in my head. And I can't imagine if, like, one of my buddies would have come up to me in school and said, dude, you're not going to believe this, but I fucking banged Miss Folk last night. And I'd have been like, are you okay, man? You know, are you sad? You know, are you feeling, sir? We better go and report this. This is really tragic. Can you imagine saying that ever?
But here's the verbiage.
Yeah.
Hamilton said her student client was publicly shamed.
Publicly shamed? Why who? The newspaper for putting their name in the paper or something?
I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of is that they're associating it with shame because it was public, because the kid's name got in the paper or something.
Maybe.
Or on the news. Please, I'd be looking to star in a fucking Lifetime movie.
And he was emotionally scarred.
Bullshit.
When his contact with Altus became public in the high-profile case.
He was emotionally scarred when he had to realize he had to go back to fucking 15-year-olds.
Right.
That was like, oh, man, I got to go back to these fucking chicks that don't know how to use that fucking snapper.
Right. Well, this next line is just going to just kick you over the edge.
All right, go ahead.
He's forever branded as the kid who had sex with his teacher, said Hamilton.
Branded or awarded? He's fucking awarded with that. He will forever be known as the dude that banged Miss Altus.
Right.
That is a fucking badge of honor in high school.
He's forever branded.
That in high school is a badge of fucking honor. I don't care who you are, where you are. If you banged out your teacher and she wasn't a fucking pig, you are a hero.
Yeah, that's like score.
Think about this now. If name one of your friends that is not me. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but name one.
Somebody that you know, Fred.
All right, Fred. Perfect example. If Fred came over your house and we were all fucking sitting around, he's going to be like, you guys ain't going to believe this, but when I was in high school, I banged out my fucking Spanish teacher. What's our first reaction going to be?
It's a dude, really?
And then it's either going to go one or two ways.
Was she hot?
Was she hot? Or you're so full of shit. That didn't happen.
Right.
But it's not going to be like, dude, that's really sad.
Oh, my God.
That's shameful.
You're not telling everybody that, are you?
Dude, would you? I don't even want to know you for doing that. That's shameful, dude. You never reported it? Get the fuck out of here.
She argued that the protections provided to schools by state law don't apply because it was the shaming, not the illegal sex, that created the lasting damage.
Shaming. Fuck up. Stop raising fucking pussies.
That's why I brought this story to the show, because it was all this shaming and, oh, he's emotionally scarred and, you know, he's the one who's got to wear the scarlet letter now.
The shaming might have come. There might have been some shame if he was sucking Mr. Johnson's dick.
That's a little different.
That's a different story. There could be some shaming there. But being the guy that banged out his fucking pretty hot teacher, there's no shame there, my friends. I got news for you, newspaper people. You're stupid. Do these people write these stories and even believe what they write, or they practice
I don't know.
A fiction novel?
Again, I see the photo in the chat room, but Van Halen had it right in '84. Yeah. Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher.
Fucking right. Come on, man.
Please.
There is, and you see the pictures of this Brianna Altus.
Yeah, I see. I'm looking at her picture right now.
She's pretty good looking.
Yeah, she is.
I would totally hit that. I might hit that with the kid banging her from the other side.
Nice.
All right, let's put that on the table. If this chick right here offered to suck your cock while the 15-year-old was banging her from behind, would you engage in that?
Yeah, probably.
I would too. I'd be like, hey, whatever. I'm not banging that 15-year-old. That's her problem.
Yeah, London Bridge, man. London Bridge.
She's very cute.
Yes.
Might have to get me a fucking prison pen pal. Where's she in prison? Utah? My kind of town.
Well, this was in Utah. I don't know where she's going to serve her time, though.
I think I want to become Brianna Altus's pen pal.
Right.
Boy, that'd be good for the show, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The Associated Press does not generally name minors who police say are victims of sex abuse.
Yeah, sex abuse.
State attorneys representing the school district argued that the law is clear, though it's more typically applied in cases like fights on school property.
Right.
In his ruling, Judge Morris said he was constrained by the law. I feel I have to rule that way, he said.
Yeah.
Hamilton said a recent Utah Supreme Court ruling that allowed the family of a girl killed in a sinkhole to sue the state road authorities for shoddy maintenance could change the rules on government immunity and bolster her appeal. The parents of one of the other teenage victims in the Altus case also sued the school, but withdrew the suit after the state attorneys raised similar immunity arguments.
I'm trying in my head here to figure out, I'm trying realistically, not just being silly. Where is the shame? What could possibly be making this kid ashamed of banging his teacher?
I don't know the answer. That's why I brought this story to the table, because it is so freaking unreal.
I could see her being ashamed of banging an underage student. Right? I can see that. I mean, I'm not saying she should be or whatever.
But yeah, I could see as an adult to an adult, it's just like, how could you do that?
I could see that side of it, but I can't see. How old is this kid?
He's 16 or 17.
So this 17-year-old kid banging that chick?
Yeah.
That MILF? I do not, for the life of me, I can't figure out how they're ashamed, unless... The only thing I can think of is that leading into this, the kid was one of these uber religious kids. And she strayed him away from his religion.
All right. I can agree with that somewhat.
That's the only way I could see it. Now he's like, oh my God, what did I do? I gave up everything for this fucking thing. And now everybody knows about it. You know, that's the only thing I can't imagine how this kid could feel ashamed. I'm having a hard time believing he truly is.
That's all lawyers speak, though.
Yeah, that's setting up for the civil suit, you think?
Well, yeah, that's the defending lawyer trying to justify their position in suing this teacher and the school, and the judge threw it out.
Yeah, well, good.
They should have done more to protect this kid.
Yeah, only they don't.
Because they knew this girl was slinging her pussy around at another school, and they still hired her, and they didn't keep a close watch on her.
Jeez,
that's basically the argument,
right? I don't know. This kid gets high fives from me.
Exactly.
That's a pretty hot piece of ass. I don't care how old you are to nail that. Good for him.
Right.
And I think what makes me crazy is most of the time to get a hot chick like that, you got to have like some money. This kid had none.
Well, but again, mentally, you don't know what she's. I don't know what most of these teachers who got busted out for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a definite deficiency.
Yeah, they got something going on with the whole taboo and, being in a position of power or respect or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, I'm gonna teach this boy something, and all these guys want me. And
do you think when these teachers are fucking these students that the student ever takes charge in the bed?
Probably not.
It's always the teacher.
Yeah, of course.
All right, get up on this.
Here, let me show you how this is done.
Yeah, the teacher's always like, all right, get up on this pussy.
Right.
Fuck me from behind.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you
demon. If she fucked Mikey, he'd sue.
He'd sue her for ruining his chance at running for president.
That's fucking hilarious.
That is funny. That's funny.
Oh, boy. All right, well, good on the judge, at least, for fucking having some sense of reality.
Yeah.